Hi everybody, I'm Alexia. I'm a team leader with Usborne Books More, and I'm here to talk about our awesome nonfiction. They're engaging, they're interactive, they're so fun. We have some for babies on up to teens and even above that. This is one for our youngest. This is My Wild Animal World. These are little block books, so they come with 9 in the box. We have several others, words, farm animals, numbers, but each book is chunky. It's just got a few pages. They're perfect size for little hands, and they just give really, really basic information. I am a snake. My home is a hole. My baby is called a snakelet. So just teeny, teeny, tiny bits of information, perfect for really young kids. I highly recommend these for babies and toddlers. My daughter, who's a year and a half, loves them. Okay, Peek Insides are up next. These are my favorite books Usborne carries. I love them. They're for 2 to 4-year-olds or so. They're nonfiction, but they're super basic text. So you can see this one's Animal Homes. It talks about horses and frogs, and the pages have cutouts in them and flaps. They're just really interactive, super fun for little kids. Highly, highly recommend those. Next is our very first questions and answers series. So this one is What Makes It Rain. Again, there's really awesome flaps in here, lots and lots of them, so that your kids are going to be engaged while they're reading. This one talks all about different types of weather. We also have How Do Flowers Grow, and another one, Why Do I See, or How Do I See. This one is Lift the Flap. So we've got a whole bunch of these. I personally own 3. I love them. This one is Opposites. These are great for toddlers and preschoolers too. Again, it's a flat book, so it's got really, really fun information in it, and it teaches you all about opposites. So here the dog is short, and then you can make him long. The butterfly wings are closed, and then you can open them. Super fun, bright pictures. My kids love these too. Okay, next is the Look Inside series. So this is a step up from the Peek Insides. This one is probably for 4 to 7 or so. This is Look Inside Your Body. It's one of our top sellers, and this one is so cool because, again, it's got lots of flaps, but it's got flaps and then flap and then more flaps. So flaps inside of flaps inside of flaps. There's even another one here. So it gives bite-sized information, more than in a Peek Inside, but still digestible for little kids. And I even learned some from that book. It is really awesome. Okay, our big books are so cool. This is Big Book of Dinosaurs, but again, we've got several titles in this series. In this book, the pages open up. This is why it's called a big book. You have these huge fold-out pages, and there's little bits of information on there, but they can just lay these out on the floor and look at them. My son adores this one. Okay, next is our Lift the Flap questions and answers series. This one is questions and answers about time. So each page has one of the big W's or how on it. And again, there's lots of flaps for them to open, so it'll ask a question like, when does one day end and another begin? And then you open the flap and it gives you your answer. So there's lots and lots of questions and answers in these books. They're really, really great for those preschool, early elementary, super inquisitive minds. Okay, here's our See Inside series. These are for middle to upper elementary. This one is Planet Earth. So just like the Look Insides and the Peek Insides, this is a flat book, but you can see there's a lot more text in this one, more complex information because the kids reading this are going to be a little older. But again, they're super fun. This one talks all about different things on planet Earth. Okay, next is some of our illustrated dictionaries. We also have thesauruses. We have illustrated punctuation and grammar. These are great homework helpers for those elementary and even older kids. So you can see there's definitions, but they're also with bright pages, pictures to help them understand. These are so cool. Okay, then we have our first encyclopedia of oceans and seas. So our encyclopedias are so cool. They've got all this information, really, really bright illustrations. They're fun to read, but your kids are learning so much while they're reading them. I just love these. I highly recommend them to anyone who has elementary age kids. Okay, this is our pocketbook, Predators. got several pocketbooks, but again, you can see these are great little stocking stuffers, for Easter baskets even. Anything that you need for little tiny gifts, those are awesome. Mysteries and Marvels of Nature is another really cool one. We have a few other mystery and marvel books, but again, this one's all about nature, so it talks about all the different animals in nature and the cool things that they're able to do. Again, beautiful illustrations, lots of great information. Last but not least, encyclopedias. We've got several of these, and they are awesome, even for high school age kids. They are packed with information. They've got QR codes, so even if your child isn't much of a reader, they can just scan the QR code, watch videos, get information about the topic that way, so they can still use these, even if they're not going to be reading them. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed learning more about our nonfiction titles. I love them. I highly recommend any of them. They are so amazing. You're going to love them.